Okay, welcome back to our last session in our last module. And here we're going to practice. I'm going to give you some guidelines of how to practice with your spouse or partner some of the things that you've been working on well, actually the whole six of them, but mainly in this module. And to choose when you need help. Okay, so here we go, and we're doing this. Now, remember this. Remember how when we get to the 8 or 9, we're in the red. We're in the danger area now. And it's like I encourage you to realize is that when you get up to there, know what level is too much anxiety in your world, whether it's from the outside or the inside of life. It could not even be at home. It could be that you've had a stinking day at work or with the kids or with whatever. And it's like, this is not a good time to take this on because I'm at a wrong level. So here's what we do. The first one you begin to realize is, okay, if I'm at a green and I'm at 5 or lower, I'm good. Now, if both of you are here, then you're probably good to go with trying to resolve a conflict. So a lot of times when my spouse will say, I would like to talk to you about such and such, is this a good time? That's a real clue for me to go, where am I? And in my mind, I don't say it out loud. I wouldn't mind, but say, I'm green. I'm good. I can do this. There are times when I might come off from a trip or I've been working on an intensive around here, and it's like, I'm not at a green. I may be at an orange. And I'm thinking, well, can I do this or can I not? It may be more around just mental energy. And so at this level, I might say, I'm open to hearing it. If you're open to us discussing it and trying to work through it later, I'm fairly tired. But I'd be open to hearing, what it is you want to talk about. So I'll know and have time to think about it. So let's see, I'm taking care of myself. I'm knowing where the anxiety is. And that anxiety could be brought by about fatigue. It could be stress. It could be, I'm just, my brain's tired. Okay, what are those issues? It has nothing to do with her. It's just that. Now, the other thing would be and there's times when my wife, bless her heart, she'd come in and she'd say, okay, I'm at the max. What I need to do tonight is go down and watch HTTV and chill. I am fried. Today was a hard day for me. Well, okay, we fix dinner, we finish up, we clean up, and she goes down and just kind of chills. That is not a night to pick on anything, any kind of issue or whatever else, or not to go very seriously deep at anything. Why? Is it because she is fried? I have done that too. Come home from a 8-day trip. I've been working and doing an intensive somewhere in the country, and I am worn out. I am brain tired. I have fought plane flights all the way home, sitting in airports for hours. I'm dead. I'm done. And so when I walk in, it's like, I don't want to go there. Let's just keep it real simple. And it's nothing personal to her. She hasn't done anything. I'm just saying my capacity is beyond my ability to engage in any kind of conversation worth much. So she says, okay, I get a pass. We'll pick it up next day. We always do. And so that consistency we talked about before, doing that consistency, the other one realizes, okay, they'll come back to it. They just let me know where they are. Now, factors that will determine safety for you is this. Is the world blown up world blown up at your work, in the home with the kids that day, at school, if you're wherever you are? Has just the world blown up? And it's like, okay, that's not a good time to try to engage in some kind of conflict resolution or anything serious than maybe deciding whatever it is you want to eat or whether you don't even care what you eat, just eat. That doesn't matter. But if your world's blown up or something's happened, suppose that the time is wrong. It's like you're about to go out the door to go to work, or it is too late at night, and you just can't I don't have the time to engage in a whole conversation around this. Then you just say, I can't do it. I don't have the time right now. Can we do this later? It could be that you're just dog tired, and it's like, I cannot go there. I am exhausted. Can we pick this up tomorrow afternoon? I'll be home earlier. Can we do that? Okay. Now, there's also this, and there's a lot of couples miss this piece. It can be that maybe life is going really well for you two, and it's really not time to try to resolve a conflict. It's really time to have a dance. Maybe it's time just to enjoy the evening together, sitting on the porch and enjoying the better weather. That may be what's needed. The conflict will be there tomorrow. Sometimes couples choose to fight rather than go here. And I'm just saying, be aware of that you're not doing that when you go into a conflict. Maybe it's just too good right now to ruin with trying to deal with a conflict. So you punt it. You say, well, could we handle this tomorrow? And then enjoy this time together. Enjoy that time on the porch, dancing in the kitchen while you fix dinner, or whatever. Just enjoy it. Now, when you do this, start off with, can we talk? Do you have time now for us to talk? You invite the other in. You're not ambushing. You're asking. You're inviting them to the short place and say, can we talk? And I would suggest that you say, what? And it's like, okay, if I'm asked that, then I ask, do I have the time? Do I have do I have it to give? Is there the ambient anxiety low enough? Have I got the energy to do this? And if it is yes, then I say, yes, let's do that. Or can we start tonight? We'll finish up tomorrow night. We've learned after enough years of doing this that it's easy for us to work through a conflict over many days. We do it in sections. As we begin to talk a bit about it, talk about how we feel about it, and then we say, let me think on that. We may need more research, or we need somebody to give some input. I call a sponsor, inner circle person, and we get feedback. And then we come back again together. And it's like maybe my perspective has changed, or hers has, and we're able to sit down and resolve this. And without all the drama, we're a low drama couple anyway, but we don't have the drama. We don't have the intensity. It's just we're trying to resolve a conflict, not win a war. Now, realizing that when we do these things, we got a happier brain. Our brain is firing on all cylinders. It's like we've got access to that smarter part of our brain. Remember I was talking about that in one of the first modules we did. Go back and look at it if you need a refresher. But if you keep, your brain has got to be stayed, you got to keep the trap door open. You've got to use all your brain when you try to resolve conflicts. Then you've got two adults that are quite smart sitting in a room resolving a conflict that you're going to find relatively easy to resolve, because the 10-year-olds don't run the show. All right? Now, once again, I want to stress, you have a choice. Every time this comes up, every time you walk through the door at home, every time you invite your spouse to show up, you always have a choice. You do. And your spouse has a choice. If they're not there and they can't do it, then they can't do it. It takes both of you. And so remember that each time you walk through the door, you're crossing a fork in the road. Am I going to drag into this situation? Am I going to drag into this relationship or trying to resolve this conflict with all the junk today, or am I going to unload it? What am I going to do? So if I make the wrong choice, then I'm going to be back where I've always been. It's just around and around in conflict and blaming and shaming and hiding and criticism. It's never going to happen. Or is this what I want? Do I really long for a relationship of closeness and genuine love and safety and respect and care? That we can sit down and the two of us face life together and do it well? If that's where you are, then you're where maybe a lot of people dream of being. But few people have done the work you've done these last 6 weeks to get here. Because the two of you, as you've learned, you've achieved the fact that you've got to keep your brains online. That this is not about winning and losing. This is about keeping that adult brain of yours open and the short place safe, where you two can experience joy, intimacy, love, respect beyond all things that you could imagine. Now, I want to say to you, and ending this thing up, is job well done. I'm going to tell you right now, I said in the beginning, I'll say it again now, I've worked with thousands of couples. It has been my honor to work with you over these weeks together, maybe months or 2 years, however long it takes. It's been an honor. I want you to know that this is some tough stuff, that this usually takes couples, months to get through. And for them in individual counseling, it has taken me as long as 5 years to get couples to this point. My challenge for you is, don't let up. Come back to this over and over and over. Practice it together. Reveal it together so that the two of you can look at each other and say, at the short place, job well done. Thank you very much. And have a blessed life.